What do you think is the most pressing issue with Siege right now? For me, this has to be like the leaning mechanics and just online in general. Like you literally die to people you never see just because peeking is so good. What's y'all's favorite memory with Canadian? Right before we picked him up, after we lost in Raleigh, North Carolina, we went out to eat at this like chicken and waffle place right before we picked him up. And we just kind of like talked about him coming to the team, and it was like kind of a big deal for me at the time. What would they be doing if they weren't pro, and who was the first person they told when they got into SSG? If you can't ask them all, just ask Fultz. They're all bad except Fultz. First person I told was like my mom or something, I don't know. I was just at my house, so if they weren't pro, what would I be doing? Probably be in college. I think I was looking at like financial management type of stuff.
All right. So Jared Smith asks, which Disney princess do you most identify with? And I'm gonna say Mulan because she knows how to fight. AEHGAO asks, do you ever play other games than R6 to build the team? For instance, Mortal Kombat to practice anger management with each other. Me and Troy used to play Mortal Kombat before practice, but that session quickly got ended when someone left the game. So I would say now we just play like board games or like Secret Hitler, which is another board game. That practice is trust right there. Play another game called Concordia. It's like Settlers of Catan, but like, I don't know, on steroids. And then Settlers of Catan's one of them too. Dallas asks, what's y'all's favorite memory with Canadian? I mean, winning Invite 2020. I feel like that's pretty standard.
Ethan Light asks, what is Bosco's favorite flavor of ice cream? I have to say gold medal ribbon, just because it's like chocolate and vanilla with a caramel swirl, and I really like caramel. So Kevin asks, what is my favorite R6 event? I mean, I want to say SI 2020 obviously, but I guess I would say the first 6 Invitational back in 2016. I would have to say is my favorite, just because it's like what got me started, what really fueled the fire for my motivation to switch to PC and get to where I am today. Dallas asked, what's y'all's favorite memory with Canadian? My personal favorite with him is just all the times I went golfing with him over the summers. There was a point in time where it was just me and him going out every week. It was a lot of fun just getting out there with him, just us two.
Vader says, what changes are you guys looking forward to in the upcoming season? I'm looking forward to the Gone 6, the secondary like explosive thing. Like, it looks nasty. I just want to try it out. Dallas says, what's y'all's favorite memory with Canadian? Mine has to be with the oldest with the worst gun in the game. Like, we were just all dying laughing for like a minute straight. So like, I don't think it gets better than that. Payne says, what's everyone's favorite Pokemon? My favorite is gonna go with Snorlax because I feel like that's me as a Pokemon. I just have to. Mod soft one. Rampy and Fultz, who's winning 1v1? Like, I don't know. Come on, man, they're both entries. Like, no one. They're gonna trade kill because it's online, so trade kill. That's what I'm going with.
So Henry asks, for Luke, how excited are you to kill Iconic in NAL now? Honestly, that's probably like the game I'm looking forward to the most. Definitely gonna be a lot of trash talking. Iconic's my boy, but you know, it's embarrassing if an analyst is, you know, killing him every round. Dallas asks, what's y'all's favorite memory with Canadian? Outside of gaming, I would say my favorite memory was probably golfing with him. And one time, he flipped the golf cart and it landed all over Rampy, and all the food and like the sand in the golf cart landed on Rampy. It was so funny because like me and Bosco had to go over, help them up. That was probably like the best memory outside of gaming. What's a hobby you wish you kept from Silks? I want to keep some fish because back home I fish and a bunch of turtles. I don't have anything here because like I'm not that age so I can get a dog or a cat yet. So probably do that. That's something I want to do and I want to look at. What's everyone's favorite Pokemon from Pains? My favorite Pokemon, I'm not really that into Pokemon, but Beedrill. If you know Beedrill, you know why he's my favorite Pokemon. I relate to him, you know?
Aaliyah asks, why do you think more T1 teams are dropping their support players for flex players or fraggers? I think people are kind of just overreacting to the meta currently. And I don't think it's the right choice, but there's only one way we're gonna find out, and that's for them to actually do it. When they obviously start stalling out rounds, they're gonna pick up support players again. Dallas asks, what's y'all's favorite memory with Canadian? My favorite memory probably would just be like all the times you got to like sit down and watch Pro League games. Troy, probably more than most people that play the game, was really passionate about watching every game and like making sure you sat down and took the time to like see any round. We had this big joke. There was a players lounge outside in SI. We made sure like during every game that we didn't play at SI, we all sat in the lounge, in that players lounge. It was like the whole team. We kind of did it a little bit as an intimidation tactic, like letting every team know we were watching every game. A lot of good memories, like watching games and like kind of bouncing ideas off of each other with Troy doing that kind of stuff. Turtle asked, have you reached your aspirations, or is there more that you want to do as a team? I think we've reached a goal, which was winning a world championship. The aspiration, I think, for most of us is always to be the best, and that one you don't ever really obtain. Like, you have to continue to earn it all the time, but we're always constantly striving to keep at the top. And then Stag asks, have you ever pulled any player out of a tournament or said, for six, I'll do it myself? The closest I came to this was Fultz at SI 2020. After map 1 of MIBR, he was kind of tilted, and so I got in his face and basically told him to like wake up and remember where he was at. That's like the nice way I guess I could say I said it. But I've never pulled a player out, but I've had to like kind of gut check people when they forget where they're at.
Bar Down Brown asked, what are the top 3 ops for both sides? No special conditions, just generality. For attack, Ash, Habana, Mav, and defense, Smoke, Valk, Malusi, just because they all have such a unique and like powerful ability that can't really counter anymore. Hyper Kai Plays asks, what do you think has been the greatest achievement for the whole team? Now for this question, I will say SI 2020, I mean, World Championship. What is your favorite anime? I just recently started getting into anime, so I haven't seen a lot, but Demon Slayer is the one that I started off with, and I feel like it's gonna be hard to beat. That show's just got such a great plot, and the animations in that show are like better than other animes, I would say.
Jaeger asks, rate my dog, easily a 10. Payne asks, what's everyone's favorite Pokemon? I would say mine's probably Squirtle. Redshift asks, elaborate on your hatred of Alibi. I think she's just her utility. Like, the only thing that's good about her is her shield. Everything else, the gun is okay, but other than that, she's awful. That op is awful. If you run that, you are actually trolling.
Favorite anime show? Probably have to say Attack on Titan. It's probably my favorite, just because it's like the newest and the plot was really good.
Pains asked, what's everyone's favorite Pokemon? My favorite starter Pokemon, Squirtle. My favorite Pokemon overall is probably Eevee, and I only said that because I think it's cool that you can like transform it into like whatever you choose based on whatever stone you use. So it's cool, you can kind of like mix it up every time you.
And then Jack asks, who is the best cook at the 06 house? Probably gotta be Lycan and Bosco. Lycan, he's helped me cook a couple times. I gotta get back into it, but Bosco also cooks a bunch of the house, and I've cooked, like I make chicken all the time. Lycan taught me how to do that, but we're ordering a bunch of like ingredients to make different types of food that me, Bosco, Nade, and Rampy. We're gonna be doing that a lot more. We're all trying to get cooking since we moved into the new house, stop ordering as much, be a bit more healthier.